The first day I did an overview of social work theories. Although this is a master's class on the family, I've been informed that they come from diverse disciplines, so that I should try to do something to bring them all onto the same page, get them up to speed. So it was really like taking them through a historical trajectory of the discipline and talking about the varied ideological and theoretical influences, on the profession from the time of its inception in the late 1920s up until our contemporary world, where we have far more postmodern, constructivist and radical emancipatory thinking that has come to have far more influence on the profession. It's absolutely amazing. It's absolutely amazing to have students from 13 or 14 different countries on this MFAMILY program. It must be one of the most pioneering things that's done in the world around us. To get, I think, 4 different institutions to cooperate to offer a joint master's degree in itself, I think, is such a huge achievement. So from an academic point of view, and from the point of view of the vision, I think, of our colleagues who've been partners in this, I think it's just been phenomenal. And I think also, from the point of view of the European Union, to have foresight enough to support development like this. Because I think much of the contemporary problems of the world is related to the divisions that we have in our societies. So bringing students into a common classroom where they can talk across cultures, across diversities, to build bridges, in itself, I think, can actually contribute to peace and harmony around us. So I think from a conceptual, ideological, discipline point of view, academic point of view, it's great, but it's also wonderful from the point of view of the students themselves. It must be a watershed experience for them. I see them and I see their levels of engagement, extremely committed and very, very interested in what's happening. They still have a long way to go. It's just the beginning, I think, of their master's experience. They have to deal with a whole lot of changes at the same time. New experience, new country, and new colleagues getting away from their families of origin and coming here. But the learning encounters that they are having, it just broadens one's horizons and opens up one's minds. I see them talking to each other and trying to learn the languages of each of the students coming from different countries. They're trying to understand the cultures of each person. They've also had, I think, little exercises where they've had days of cultural sharing, and I know that they are preparing for further events like that. And there's nothing better than the opportunity for that lived experience of, like the experience in the encounter with a stranger, with the other. Well, I'll tell you why. I was sitting in Uganda with 2 of my colleagues, Liv and Cecilia from Norway, and they told me about this MFAMILY program in which they have over 700 applications and they select 12 students, EU-funded students and a few self-funded students. And my reaction was, wow, it must be heaven to teach on something like that. 12 of the best students from across the world. I can imagine the level of intellectual inquiry that can happen with a small group of students like that. In South Africa, I teach classes of up to 250 students. So the whole, opportunity for an alternative form of pedagogy is something that really appealed to me. They looked at each other and they asked, would you like to come? I said, would I like to come? I would give up anything to come to teach on a program like this. And they said, well, we thought of asking you, but thought you might be too busy to do it. And I said, well, I'll make the time for this. And that's what I'm here, because I think it's challenging, even for me as an educator, to be teaching students from such diverse contexts. And as I said, what appealed to me is a selection of a few students from so many across the world and the opportunities for intellectual inquiry. Would I learn something? Absolutely so. Every encounter, I think, provides learning opportunities for us. The students have done presentations on families in each of their respective countries, and I think the insights that they provided, because they have the lived experience coming from that cultural, national context, and I learned a great deal from the students' presentations. So, and also, even though I travel and I do lots of presentations, I think standing and speaking to an audience, of 2,000 or 3,000 people, at one go, and having the opportunity for sustained interaction over several hours and days with a small group of people, and that small group encounters and opportunities for one-on-one interaction and learning provides a qualitatively different experience. So yes, I'm enjoying it.